Now, I'm going to do a little story here today. It's called about Goin Trura. I can mind the time I had a little shiner, pretty little piece she was. I took her over to Trura to see the lights. When we was leaving Druce, we had to go through a get-long railway tunnel. So I said to she, if I'd known the tunnel was so long, I should have kissed thee. Oh, she replied, wasn't it you then? I held her hand all the way until we got over Trura then. As we was walking down the street, we'd seen a place with a notice up over the door. Dinner served from 12 till 2, 2 shillings and sixpence. Comes on, says I, we can eat brer bit in 2 hours. I found out afterwards she was going with another chap, same time as me, but I was smarter than he, 'cause he married her. Many men marry for money, some for love, and most for a short time. A young girl wants a man with a future, and an old girl wants a future with a man. Talking about kissing, said Mother, Mrs. Jack's got a new maid in, and last week she caught her husband kissing her. Of course, Mrs. Jack didn't mind much, but thought she ought to tell the maid about it. That's all right, says the maid. I ain't running no risk. I says to myself, what is good enough for the missus is good enough for me. But I know she won't be there long, 'cause Mrs. Jack's is always finding fault. Yesterday she told the maid, dust out the front room. Why, I could write my name on the sideboard, said Mrs. Jacks. Oh, that's nothing to brag about, was the reply she got. Most people can write nowadays. Feather had dropped more wine for old time's sake, and was got to the state he could enjoy a joke and laugh afterwards, when he found out 'twas funny. I read in the paper, give a girl an inch, and she'll make a bathing suit out of 'em. Then he told the old story about Jimmy Jinks, who found out another man in the kitchen with his wife. We told Jimmy was his own fault, 'cause he had no reason to come home an hour earlier than usual. Feather, what's a bigamist, the boy asked. Someone who makes the same mistake twice, says Feather.